Is this what you call improvement? Is this progress? Is this what 250 million pounds of signings injected into your team gets you? This is it. This is what it looks like. At least we played well for 45 minutes against Burnley, though. Thank God. Save the day. Let the papers know. Everybody, we played well for 45 minutes against Burnley. 45! It wasn't a full game. It was 45 minutes against Burnley. This is what it gets us. This is the same just served to us on a different platter. It's the same as last season. Please, open your eyes. It's so obvious, bro, that under this manager, this football club is going nowhere. 3-0 to Man City, who, let's be real, are not at their best right now. This is not a vintage, top tier, standout Manchester City team. It's not. It's not. No disrespect to Man City. I'm sure City fans will be watching this. This is not disrespect against your team. But you're vulnerable right now. This is a team that just lost 2 on the spin against Spurs and Brighton. They have defensive frailties. In behind, you can hit them on transitions. This is not Pep 2018-19. This is not City 22-23. It's a team that are going through a process right now. They're trying to figure it out. Except, guys, they're figuring it out much quicker than Man United are. But this was the ideal time to play Manchester City. No matter who you are, this is a City side that have vulnerabilities that can be exposed. And what did Man United spend 90 minutes doing? Getting it out wide, crossing it, and failing to beat the first man. That's what they did. That's the only way they knew how to break down Man City today. Get it wide, overload one side, cross it into the box, don't beat the first man. Rinse and repeat. City were not special today. And the worst thing is they didn't even have to be. They did not have to be anything special to beat this Man United team 3-0. And at 2-0, 3 goals needed to get back in this game. Our manager, Ruben Amorim, looks to the bench and doesn't think to change the system, doesn't look to change the formation, doesn't look to take off a defender, throw in another attacker, maybe bring in on another midfielder. No, this guy, Ruben Amorim, decides, you know what I'm going to do? Harry Maguire. Come here, come here. That's the change. That's what's going to inspire something in this game. Harry Maguire, a defender. 2-0 down to City. The game needing something to spark us back into life. And our answer from the bench was Harry Maguire. Guys, you already know where I stand with this manager, but I'm honestly starting to wonder, what is it going to take for it to be like a consensus opinion across the fan base? What is it going to take? Because all it took was 45 minutes against Burnley and a last-minute winner from Bruno Fernandes for so many of this fans saying, you can't blame everything on Amorim and, oh, be happy you won. I was happy we won. But once the adrenaline washed off, it was very evident to kind of take a step back and say, oh, we've seen this kind of comeback from United 1,000 times over the years, and nothing from this comeback actually gives me hope that we can build off this. And here's the proof. I've said it time and time again. Man United are at their absolute best when they're not playing. The best version of Manchester United comes during the week when there's no games. Because during that week, during international break, during the week where we have no midweek games, and there's no midweek games this season, as we know, that's when we start thinking, oh, I can't wait for the next Man United game. I can't wait. I'm feeling something special about this game, actually. Oh, Manchester Derby, we got a good record against them the last few seasons. Maybe we could do something this. Maybe United, they always come up for these games, right? That's when Man United are at their best, when they're not actually playing football. Manchester United are amazing in theory. In reality, it is such a chore to watch this team. All they do is go side to side, long balls over the top, and then cross. It is so bad to watch, guys. The football is an absolute chore to watch. The results aren't there. We don't create any clear-cut opportunities, and we don't win enough games. At this point, I'd love to actually know why people think this manager deserves to stay on in the job. I don't know. There's nothing to suggest he's the right guy. The results aren't there. The style of play isn't great. We've been crashed out of nearly every competition we're in. Actually, we have. We finished our lowest position in Premier League history ever under the guy. And we've given him 250 million pounds. And it's the same football. It's the same style. It's the same stubbornness. And it's the same results in a new season, dressed up a different way. It's like you're being served a pile of garbage. And last year you had parsley over it. This year you added some gold leaves. This year you added some truffle. But it's still the garbage underneath it. Yeah, you have Mbemo. Yeah, you have Sesko. Yeah, you have Cunha when he plays. But it's the same nonsense. Because, guys, it's the same system. And again, I have nothing against managers who believe in their systems. But at some point, when you're losing week in, week out, change something. Who are you to not change? Who are you to think you are above change? Who are you? You're a manager who had some success early on in his career, has come to a club bigger than anything you've ever experienced before, and what you know isn't working. So who are you to say, I'm above changing? These guys got to get it right. These guys got to figure it out. These players need to improve. Why don't you improve? Why don't you improve, Ruben Amorim? Please. That's not a diss at you. But you keep saying Sesko needs to improve. Ahmad needs to improve. This guy needs to improve. Dorgu needs to improve. Maybe you need to improve. Maybe. Because, guys, at halftime, down 1-0, and people were saying, by the way, yes, you're being too harsh, that we didn't play that bad of a half. We didn't create anything in the first half. Nothing. At one point, we couldn't even get the ball off Man City. The biggest indicator that we weren't going to win this game was the midfield battle. And by the way, it's always the midfield of Man United. People will talk about the wing backs. People will talk about the attacking midfielders. It is always the midfield. Why? Because we play with 2, and every other team plays with 3 minimum. Some teams overload the middle. Us, we vacate the middle. We avoid Ugarte like the plague in possession. Please watch it. Please, it's so obvious. We get the ball and we will pass to anyone else. We'll pass to a fan in the stands before we pass to Ugarte. The guy might as well not even be there. I've never seen a team at this level neglect the midfield as much as us. And then we come up against a team like Man City, who are already playing 3 in there on paper. Rodri, Reinders, Foden, and then you have Bernardo coming in. And then you have Nico O'Reilly coming in as well too. So you're looking at 4 or 5 sometimes in the midfield against our 2. And then we wonder why we get outrun in the midfield. Then we wonder why we get outpossessed. We couldn't get near City at times in the first half. A City, by the way, that have looked bang average this season. Spurs gave them a lesson in pressing, a lesson in off-the-ball movement. Brighton picked them apart in that second half. Amorim, all you have to do is look at their game plan and try and mimic it a little. No, we go in 2 versus 4 in midfield. We get completely played off the park. We create absolutely nothing throughout the game. Our only chances come from half chances, half volleys off Mbeumo. Last minute, Mbeumo, the ball smacks off his foot and we're saying, how did he not score that? How did he not score that? Because it's a half chance. That's all we do. All we do is create half chances or just spam the ball into the box. There is no style of play. There is no pattern of play. There is no consistent way of creating chances. We scored 1 goal on open play all season. 1 goal from open play all season. It was in Mbeumo last week. Guys, under this manager, we are going nowhere fast. We are going nowhere fast. At some point, you have to take the wool off the eyes and see this for what it is. You have to see this for what it is. People telling me it's 4 games. It's not 4 games. Please stop telling me it's 4 games. It's 12 months. It's a year. He's been here since October, November time, and things aren't getting better. So I ask you, at one point, do we step back and say, okay, we got to try something else? He himself is not willing to try something else. At some point, you got to hold your hands up and say, look, we tried with this guy. We gave him time. We supported him. We backed him financially as well, too. The football's not getting better. The results aren't getting better. Let's try something new. At some point, we have to accept this. Everyone's saying, oh, it's the history of Man United. Rinse and repeat. Cycle over managers. Players get away with it. Please, guys, open your eyes. Stop repeating the same tired narratives over and over and over. It's a whole different group of players. It's the different players from Oli. It's different players from Mourinho. It's different players from Ten Hag. It's a different team. Stop peddling the same player's narrative. He's been able to get rid of anyone who he didn't want. He's been able to bring in almost everyone he wanted. It's not the players. And as for, we always fire the managers. Guys, stop trying to group Amorim with Oli. Stop trying to group Amorim with Mourinho. Stop trying to group Amorim with Van Gaal. Stop even trying to group him with Ten Hag. Because failure is relative. Oli failed in the grand scheme of things for what we want as a Man United manager. But Oli's failure does not equate to Amorim's failure. Oli failed when he didn't win anything in his 3 years. But he still finished 2nd. He still finished 3rd. Ten Hag failed in our eyes, but he still finished 3rd in his first season. He won 2 trophies. And he never finished 15th. Mourinho failed in our eyes because he didn't win the title. Amorim's failure is not even in the same stratosphere as their failure. It's galaxies, light years, universes away from their failure. So stop trying to say, United have been failing. It's not the managers. We've never been this bad. This is new lows that we're encountering here, guys. This is new terrain. It's not the same. Man City, honestly, didn't even have to be that great today. Haaland put on a masterclass. I'm not going to lie. He was unbelievable today. And he should have left with a hat trick. The hardest chance of the game today, he missed it. But he was unbelievable today. He dominated us. But it's not really a surprise. First and foremost, is there a hotter player on the planet right now than Erling Haaland? Maybe Mbappe. That's it. The guy just came off scoring 5 goals in midweek against Moldova. He's unreal right now. But he's also unreal when you give him an ocean of space to run into. Again, bar Mbappe, Haaland is the most devastating player in transition in the game. And Man United gave him 2 opportunities to basically run in behind and finish off a chance. What are you expecting? You're giving the best goal scorer in the world, the most explosive player in the game, bar maybe 1, acres of space to run into. It's amateur, guys. Even the worst teams in this league defend Haaland better than we did. What? Doku looked like Ronaldinho today, up against Luke Shaw, who in 2025 still continues to be selected by Amorim. Beats me how. 4 games in now, he's still playing. Luke Shaw should have been a player on the chopping block this summer, right? All this talk about a bomb squad. How about putting the guy who's been here for 10 years, never been able to put back-to-back seasons of fitness together, and prioritized his national team over the club that pays him? Why don't you put him in the bomb squad? No, he gets to play this season. No problem with him, guys. Everyone else, they got to go. But Luke Shaw, we can give him chance after chance after chance. He plays. Manuel Ugarte. The savior. Everything Amorim wants in a midfielder. Poor Kobbie Mainoo, right? He can't run, he can't tackle, he can't do this, he can't do that. So Ugarte gets the start instead. A guy who can't do any of that. Plus, he can't do what Kobbie can offer. Kobbie came on and won just as many tackles in 20 minutes as Ugarte did in the whole game. But Kobbie is not good enough to play for this Man United team. It's a joke, bro. The entire game, we spent it literally trying to find Sesko in the box. Literally trying to find Sesko in the box. And by the way, Sesko is going to continue struggling for this team. But I don't really think it's because of Sesko. I think Sesko at Newcastle probably has a goal by now. Sesko at Arsenal probably has a goal by now. But the way we play, my goodness, we just lump balls into the box and hope one can find him. That's all we do. That or hope that he can hold off every defender in the world and use him as like a wall. And that's the thing now, right? Last season, I cut Amorim a lot of slack. I did, even though we finished 15th. I cut him a lot of slack because I looked at Haaland, I looked at Garnacho, I looked at Onana, I looked at Antony, I looked at those players, and I'm like, not many managers can get more out of these guys than I think Amorim's getting. They're not great players. They're not. But he's been able to get rid of all the bad eggs. He's been able to get rid of all the weeds, and he's brought in players that we rate. We rate Mbemo. We rate Cunha. We rate Ahmad. We rate Bruno. So how come under Amorim, all of these guys are regressing? All of these guys look worse now than when Amorim took them over. Why? Because guys, quite simply, it's not the players right now. I'm not saying the players are faultless. I'm not trying to say they couldn't do better, but any player in this system will struggle. We could have brought Baleba. People will say he didn't get to bring in Baleba. Baleba, I'm telling you guys, is not doing anything to this team because the system is inherently flawed. The setup is inherently flawed. Notice I'm not saying the formation. There's nothing wrong with 3-4-3. Glasner used it and schooled Guardiola a year ago, or a few months ago. It's not the formation, but it's the way the formation is being deployed by Amorim that is rotten. It's a rotten setup. And it's a setup that the way Amorim deploys it will never work. It will never work. I'm telling you guys. Everybody knew at halftime Amorim was not going to change anything. We knew he wasn't going to bring out another midfielder. We knew he was just going to go into the same old team. And within 8 minutes, we got punished again. And look at the goals that we're conceding as well, too, guys. At some point, Man United just run out of ideas. Side to side to side to side to side. Loose pass from Ugarte. Loose control from Luke Shaw. Loose pass from Maguire. Through on goal, Erling Haaland. 3-0. Comical, man. Comical. These players have no idea what they're doing in the system. They have no idea. Blame the players all you want. Player power, player power. It's not the players. They have no idea what to do when they get the ball. They're just making it up as they go along. And these are players. One of them scored 20 goals in the league last season. One of them is our captain. He's one of our best players. One of them was our best player last season in Ahmad. They get the ball and they have no idea what to do. Because guys, you can have all the best players in the world. You can have the worst players in the world. If you don't platform them correctly, if you don't profile them correctly, it doesn't matter how good or bad they are. They are going to struggle to make things happen. And that's exactly what's happening to Man United right now. So for all of you guys saying, Lyes, you weren't happy enough after the Burnley game. You're too negative. You're not positive enough. There you go. That's what positivity gets you. I'm not trying to tell you guys, oh, be negative. I'm not trying to say that. But be realistic. There's a difference between realism and negativity. Pessimism and reality. There's a huge difference between the two of them. I'm not telling you guys, throw your toys out the pram. I'm not telling you to the doom and gloom. Just be realistic. Guys, every single metric that you look at it from a style of play point of view, from a how many goals are we scoring point of view, from how are we controlling games point of view, from how do we look when we play point of view, to results point of view, Amorim is failing at every single metric. Now, my question I'm going to continue asking you guys at the end of every video, when is enough enough? How many games does this guy have to lose this season for you guys to say, okay, we need to change something? How much? Because for me, I'm at a position already, I've seen enough. I told you guys after Grimsby I saw enough. Things are not getting better. If things got better after the Arsenal game, I thought that we showed some signs of improvement. I said I was happy. I was relatively happy enough. I'm not all about results, but at least show me some improvement. Things are not improving. We don't look better than we did last season. What? Because we beat Burnley. The only teams Amorim knows how to beat, guys, are teams that get relegated or teams that get promoted. That's it. That's the only teams that Man United look half decent against. There are no signs of improvement. The only thing we've improved at since last season is the way we press from the front. That's the only thing, guys. Seriously, the only thing. We still continue to avoid our midfield. We still struggle to create clear-cut opportunities. And we still struggle to score goals. The only thing that's improved under Amorim is that from the front, we press a little better. That's it. So again, I ask you, when is enough enough? Do we need to lose to Chelsea next week? Do we need to lose to, I don't know, Everton? What needs to happen? Sunderland away, we play them soon. What needs to happen? We got Liverpool soon. Is that the game that you guys are going to say, oh, if Amorim doesn't win this game, he's out? The writing is on the wall with this guy. And we concede goals and you go to him and he's just scratching his beard. He's out of ideas. Amorim is out of ideas. Already, he didn't have many to begin with. He's got one plan, and if it doesn't work, his plan B is just lump the ball up to Maguire. But right now, guys, he is bang out of ideas. It's it. That's it. How does he change this? He has no idea. He's going to go into the next game playing the exact same way. Maybe he'll change one player. And that's what he does, right? It's the same game plan every week. The same one. The only difference, Dorgu in this game. Next game, it might be Dallo. Ahmad started wing back. Maybe next game, it'll be Mazraoui. Mount starts this game. This time, it's Ahmad playing at number 10. That's it. The only thing he changes is personnel. The style of play, the game plan, same thing every week. And in conclusion, same results every week. And finally, same shit, different season. I'm over it. There's no point in really getting angry anymore. What can I get angry about? Football is all about patterns. There's a very clear pattern of Man United at the moment. And by the way, I saw this amazing tweet during the midweek, right? Amorim was the manager Man United probably should have hired 5 years ago. And low-key, I can hear what they're saying. Because Amorim plays a very strict, rigid, tactical game plan that players have to kind of fit into to kind of suit the system. That style of football, that meta, was very effective 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when Tuchel was winning the Champions League, when Guardiola was dominating Europe. You know what I mean? Look at the direction where football is going right now. Unai Emery had a great quote this week where he said, football has become so tactical that all of a sudden sides are starting to cancel each other out. And the only way you can break a game when two sides are tactically even is individual quality. Football responds to itself. And at the moment, football is going in a direction where transitions are heavy. Individual player quality is heavy. We're kind of going away from the meta that was so dominant in Europe the last few seasons. That meta suited Amorim. But like Man United always do, we're always 3 to 4 years too late. Amorim is not a manager, in my opinion, that's going to get success in this Premier League. The manager I would go for, I would go for Iraola. I think Iraola coaches a style of football that is conducive to winning in this Premier League. That's not to say I think Iraola is going to come in and be the man. Who knows? But I'm sorry, Iraola's coaching at the moment is much more conducive to Amorim's in terms of success. Please, you can't argue differently at the moment. You can. Leave your comments down below. Big congratulations to Manchester City. I know I didn't speak on them too much, but honestly, I don't think you guys were that special today. And I don't think you had to be. That's the most damning part. I don't think you guys had to get out of first gear to beat this United team. They almost folded themselves. Foden played a very good game, I thought. Doku, I thought, was electric. Haaland was brilliant. Donnarumma came up with a big save when he needed to, even though he wasn't really challenged. It was a very easy day out at the park for City. We will be tested much, much more than Man United. And that's the sad reality. A Manchester derby, Man United versus Man City. Even at our worst, we've been competitive at times. Today, there was no competition. We were not competitive whatsoever. Spare me how many shots I don't care. I watched the game. And by the way, Mazraoui at wingback. I like Mazraoui. In a back four, he would start for me every single day. Mazraoui as a right wingback is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. And it's the reason why, under Amorim, for me, I put him as a squad player. Guys, he's not suited to the system whatsoever. The reality is a lot of our players aren't suited to the system, but Mazraoui in particular, we're still rating the guy off the 4 months of really good form he showed on Ten Hag. But since Amorim's come in, guys, he's played center back more than he's played at wing back. But anyways, for me, there's no point in even targeting one player today. There's no point. This system is screwed. It's over. It's over. I've seen enough now. It's the same stuff every single game. I'm done, man. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm over it. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below. And again, I ask you, every single one of me Man United fans, is this progress? Are things improving? Do you actually think we're any better than we were last season? Peace.